Hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Spotty stream. It's nice to see you all here tonight. And we got one series for you. It's Black Line Championship Series Action. Here we have a common returning guest here, Silly Geese Club, playing against Critical Reform Gaming in the Grand Series Qualifiers. We're in Stage 2. It's a Swiss stage bracket, and this bracket's got a lot on line. Both these teams near to relegation. They need to be careful here. Again, welcome everybody. My name is Spotty FC. It's nice to see you all. Been doing commentary for a while, and it never gets old to boot up a stream and get a series going. But to say that, we do have to take a look at both these teams before we even start our series, which will be in a couple of minutes. Again, Black Line Championship Series, as Silly Geese Club plays Critical Reform. Definitely a big match. Both these teams did not have the start they wanted in Stage 2. Both are currently 0-2. Both are struggling. And now, if whoever loses this series will be out of the competition, will not even have a chance to go to the Grand Series. Winter Invitational. If you want to talk about being nervous over these two teams, definitely are going to fit that bill, because their whole tournament rests on this match. Will rest on every match from here on out if they want to qualify. And in Stage 2, you see a lot of these really strong teams have gotten off to maybe starts that you didn't expect. So a lot of these teams from Stage 1, obviously, bidding against these invited competition, you can definitely see them start to struggle a little bit more. But that's kind of how it works here in Black Line. You have to face against the teams that are ahead of you, and you have to take some of them down. These two teams, they have had difficulties, to say the least, doing that. And now is the time they have to really show up. When your backs are against the wall, how do you respond? Oh, with a series like this, a lot of things are resting on these players, on these lineups. There you go, I just sneezed. Bless me. Well, as I was saying, that was a big sneeze. Whew. Ugh. You definitely saw it. Again, this series, both teams are 0-2. It's a Swiss stage bracket, so they're playing against other 0-2 competition, but you lose 3 times, you are out. Oh, thank you, Zach. Yeah, I know, that was a big sneeze. Whew. Well, again, 3 losses are out, 3 wins you're in. These teams still have yet to get a win. One of them will get it first today, but the other will be out. They'll have their 3 losses to go 0-3. Unfortunately, their road to the Grand Series will end here in this best of 5. Still waiting on both teams to join them. It usually takes a little while. Most teams in Black Line like to spend as much time as they possibly can before they have to join. Seems to be true here on. As a follow coming in from Red Jacks, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to this Spotty stream. As both these teams got their lineups. Again, we've seen Silly Geese Club on the stream before, but never, I believe, for qualification matches like this. Definitely not in Stage 2. I've never seen any of their Stage 2 matches, although I'm sure they don't really want to talk about them. They haven't been good matches. They've lost both of them. They're not the only one that's struggling again. Critical Reform also 0-2. As we go and we look at it, round 1, Silly Geese Club got swept by Draco, and Critical Reform got swept by Smart Fellas. In round 2, Silly Geese Squad lost to Goon Squad, and Critical Reform got swept by Eevee Phoenix. Now in round 3, they play each other just to survive a little bit longer. As now we're getting that prediction poll up and running. You have some time to predict who you think will win the series. Put some points on the line. Tell me, what team do you got taking the series? What team do you got extending their run, extending their lives by 1 more week? I think it will be Silly Geese Club. Do you think it will be Critical Reform? Because for a lot of teams, they don't always start off well in Swiss, but when they get that first win, sometimes it just counts as a lot of momentum, and they add more and more, and it just builds and snowballs, and Man, it can turn into something crazy with how momentum works in Swiss. We'll see how both these teams use it, but add even a little bit more extra, you know. Again, this is not the first time we've seen Silly Geese Club in the Contender Series, which is where they play in Blackline. I believe they're currently 3-1. We recently saw them playing against Radiant Era to take their first loss. It was a massive match, a massive upset, but Era proved themselves, and you know, for most teams, they don't usually have perfect seasons. Critical on the other side, I have not seen them play before, but definitely going to be interesting to see how they adapt to the play around them. As from what I know about these teams, I believe it's Critical Reform that actually is in the... I'm looking to see where Critical Reform is. Critical Reform, where are they? I think they're just in this... They might just be here, just in this. That'll be fun. I believe they're just playing in this. That's actually really interesting. Most of the teams that play in here... Oh, no, there they are. They're also in the Contender Series. They're also 3-1. This could actually be a really close series. Both teams having really good starts. Both teams continuing to add more and more. They're both in the Contender Series, so it was already going to be an uphill battle when they got to stage 2. Well, now it's showing how difficult it actually is to compete with some of the teams in here. Like, if I was to list some of the teams playing in here that you have to be afraid of, the teams that I recognize, the teams that are currently at a chance of winning it, getting through, it's stuff like New England Kings, Draco, Alberto Gold, Red Crown, you know. You got other teams like Takeover and Yukon and Chris and Intensity and Ignition and OK Twist and HTK and Aura, Ethos Grey, Eevee Phoenix. There's so many teams in here that, you know, somebody's got to, and half of them have to lose and go out. So, and unfortunately for these two teams, it's going to become one of them today. Again, the info has been sent to them, so we're just looking to see when they join and get this series going. It's been, you know, I haven't, you know, I think the last time I saw Blackline matches was, last time I saw Stage 2 was, maybe like a week ago. Last time I saw it was it was round 1, Ignition versus Flow State, and that went to Game 5, so I'm hoping for the same here. I always love a good Game 5, and with a series like this is going to be a pretty short stream compared to many of the recent ones I've had, but what rank is this? So both these teams, I believe it's someone can correct me, but I believe both these teams are around GC2. I believe that's the rank set for both these teams. In fact, I will take a check. I believe both these teams are around GC2, but I'll take a check. I do have their trackers. And by the way, I'm only going to list their 3v3 ranks, so their other ranks, I don't think they affect me as much. I'm taking a look though. I'm looking at currently I'm looking at Silly Geese. Yes, they're hanging around GC1, GC2. For all the players that I can list. Although 2 of them are Champ 3, so I mean one of them is their sub, so I guess that's fair, but it's 1, and then if I go to Critical Reform and I pull up their trackers, see what rank they are. It says, yep, I think it's the exact same thing. Yeah, GC1, GC2 level. You got some players that are in Champ as well mixed in. That's about what rank level you're going to be witnessing here. And again, that's the lowest out of the 4 main divisions for Blackline. They have 4. They have Masters, they have Premier, they have Champions, and they have Contender. From top to bottom, that's what they're listed as. And so this is kind of technically considered the lowest out of all of them, but even then it's super high level. And both these teams are trying to fight into these bigger divisions. They want to fight into the Champions Division. They want to fight into the Premier Division. They want to even see if they can get to the Masters Division at some point in the future. But obviously, you know, they're still in contender. They still have a lot of work to go. And, you know, they have to prove themselves in the field. And invitationals like these are a good way to try to leapfrog and get themselves up there. But obviously, this does not matter compared to the regular Blackline Championship Series matches. Those are still going on, but this is part of the Invitational. This is different. This is a massive open tournament for the teams in Blackline. So we're making sure that everybody is getting in here. It looks like we have everybody joining. Remember, a best-of-5 series here, so you have to win 3 games here. Both teams 0-2. Both teams looking for their first win. But the loser, they will go out of the competition. It's Silly Geese Club versus Critical Reform. Aha, Arm, Delve versus Stub, Orave, and Lost. Here we go. The tournament lives on the line early in Stage 2. They need to prove themselves here just to keep themselves going. Best of 5, Lost, looking in front, almost an early lead for Stub, but couldn't put it on target. Critical Reform. And I think for both these teams, you can see it's trying to play a little bit faster here. A lot of passing plays, really feeling each other out, but you can sense that this pace definitely catching Silly Geese Club off guard. Critical Reform trying to get this early lead, going to make their start a special one, but Silly Geese Club, as long as they're playing defense, they're going to make sure they do their hardest to keep them out of that blue half. I think one thing I remember from Silly Geese Club, they definitely are used to being able to utilize each other with passes, with follow-up touches, with rebound shots. Here comes Arm, though, towards the net. Stub is there. And for these teams, I think one thing that you find always so crazy about Blackline is that they are always able to respond to each other, connect on plays. So far, nothing really happening here. Both these teams still, chances not really aplenty, but definitely there. Especially for Critical Reform, they'd be happy with a start like this. They definitely have the stronger offense going for them. Silly Geese Club, again, they're playing strong defense, and all you need to do is break out, get a good passing play going, and we can see them take the lead early. Stub towards the net. He's just going to put a surprise shot on. And Critical Reform with an early lead. Stub had all the time there to control it. And he saw Delve was not really expecting the shot there. And he just went for it. You don't expect it from Delve. And it's just the shot that goes right past you. An early start for Critical Reform. How far will this take them? Silly Geese Club back the other way for Delve. Looking to maybe get another one on Stub, but Stub clears it away. Aha. Looking off his corner, second touch. Trying to dribble it out, but nothing there. Orave to clear back. Arm. To Aha. Aha towards the net. Lost is there to defend it. Delve. Looking for a pass infield, but Orave responds with a clear of his own. I'm going to go back here, Orave. Sorry, Delve collecting. Second touch towards the back wall. Double. It's looking towards the net. Orave is jumping for it in time. Silly Geese Club starting to mount an attack here. Starting to mount pressure. The shots on them are not perfect, but they're definitely making Critical Reform and put in a tight position. He does all the boosts they have, but again, Critical Reform move to offense and look like they're already back to a normal rotation. Lost towards the corner. Arm. Okay, it's a play. A Delve looking back for Arm. Arm upfield. He's going to look for a bump play. Removes Lost. Delve in. Dunked out by Stubbs and Lost to clear back. The Geese Club continue to try to punch holes in this Critical Reform defense, but nothing, and I mean nothing, is working. Critical Reform continue to win challenge after challenge, play after play. Stubbs looking for a double tap, and Arm blocks it. This game only separated by a single goal. You think for Silly Geese Club, that shooting from them needs to start to materialize somewhere. But if it's Critical Reform just continuing to play defense, You need to think of alternative ways of breaking through. Maybe more bumps, more demos. There's now a Rave looking to clear it long, but Arm answers back with an air dribble. Stop awkward, he still gets it. And he gets the save, he gets back in time. Delve, infield, Lost is just going to wait for it. Get a light touch up for a Rave, but Arm dunks him. The captain comes through to clean it up. Delve, back wall, Lost is up for it early. Is looking to lay one off to a Rave. Out to Stub. Critical form continued to try to break out, but this is not the touch he wanted. Lost. Upfield, Arm respond. Nope, Aha responds. Arm here, that's who I was talking about. Towards the net. It's on target. Lost is the last one back. He gets the touch in time, but critical form. Not a lot of boost remaining, and they're starting to lose pressure here. That one goes off the crossbar. So close to becoming a tied game. Critical form going to breathe a sigh of relief. Arm. Final seconds. About ready to tick down. As Silly Geese Club now starting to get a bit desperate. Delve back in time. Aha to clear. And still, Silly Geese Club trying to make chances, but they just aren't coming to them. There's one off the crossbar. Delve to respond. 1-1 tied game. Silly Geese Club, they continue to ask. They continue to put shots on the net. And finally, one will fall in their favor. They tie it up. Silly Geese Club respond. It took them almost the entire 5 minutes to do so, but they were able to just get one goal. Now looking for the one to be the go-ahead goal, the game winner. Almost likely if they can get it here. Delve off the back wall. Lost jumps early. Doesn't read it. Arm will put it in. And my oh my, Silly Geese Club late in game one, mounting a comeback. As Lost here doesn't read the bounce correctly. And Arm puts in the follow-through. Critical Farm had a 1-goal lead for almost the entirety of game one, but now they have to answer here. Off the kickoff, Lost gets a demo on Arm. Second demo, here comes Stub! Last second! I can't believe what we're seeing! Critical Reform Gaming, answer off the kickoff! We're going to an overtime! Stub, I thought that shot would have hit the ground. It kisses the post and goes in. And what are we seeing here? It's Critical Reform to answer back. With so little time remaining. Off the kickoff, they had to get a good chance for themselves, and they made it happen. Stubs towards net! 10 seconds off kickoff. Back and forth gameplay. And it's Critical Reform to win it all. Now, you tell me earlier in this game that this was going to happen. I would not have believed you. We had 1 goal for the first 4.5 minutes in this game. And the final seconds, we saw so many others. We saw 4 goals. A 0-second goal from Critical Reform. A massive response off the kickoff. My, what a game one. It's only the start of the series. Now, I do see that silence there, Red Jacks. It was such an exciting game, I actually didn't even notice it until now. I'll start it now. Game 2, that 1 minute silence that you redeemed is up now. All these teams coming back. Critical Reform, a miracle in game 1. They're here to create more as Silly Geese Club now on offense. Arm redirected in! Oh, Silly Geese Club! After an early start, they're unhappy with the result from game 1, and already they're making their presence known as Arm redirects this one into the net. And Arm, we didn't hear a lot about him last game, but he is the leader of this team, not just because he's the captain, but also because he scores so many of their goals. And generally, a lot of them come from assists from both Delve and Aha. Arm launches this one upfield, trying to catch the opponents off guard potentially. Is lost early, all in, ego challenge from Arm. Delve is up, looking for a back pass, maybe to Aha, but his challenge is too slow. Arm is the last one back, he knows it, and he has no boost either. But he gets just enough on it to put Critical with Arm back a little bit more. Delve upfield, response from Stub, and now Arave up to Stub. Second touch is good. Critical Reform answered back with a two-man passing play of their own. As Rave with a light touch up, and Army has to consider if it's going to be a shot or it's going to be a redirect play from Stub. He bit on the shot, Stub came in with the follow through, and he scores. Tied up game. Rave looking to go off the corner, but Arm pinches it away. Arm on it, Arm looking for a dunk on Lost. Lost misses this one, Aha coming in. This shot's on target, but just not going to beat the defense. So Geese Club getting opportunities here. They're staying pretty close to their opponents, but still nothing going in to give them the lead back. But the Geese Club, the more they continue asking, the more chances they'll get, the better chances they'll have to score. Philosophy that I think most teams take to heart in Blackline. Give yourself many opportunities, plenty of opportunities to get those goals. They will call for you. It's now lost. This one too weak. Arm to clear it back. Geese Club looking to maybe get some possession here, but Arm, that touch is a bit heavy. Has to chase it down. Fake pass Stub. What a great play from Arm. It's like in front. Lost can't read it, and it's Delve to put it in the follow through. Geese Club continue to make assists to each other, and Arm, that's all starts from the fake on Stub, opening up that corner to utilize. As Stub's your captain? Not your captain, your cousin? Man, okay, that's kind of cool, Regex. Thank you for telling me. That's actually very useful information. So far, Stub has been playing pretty well for his team, but now they need to make a response, and they're pretty good at that. They made one last game when they only had a few seconds left. I have a feeling they don't want to rely on 0-second goals if they don't have to. Lost. Up for it. Second touch off the back wall. No follow through just yet. Stub. Up. Bounce down. Second. Can't read it. With that first touch like that, it's so heavy. It's tough to read for Geese Club, but it's also tough to read for Stub. As it's also really close to Geese Club, so even if they do jump for it, high likelihood that you really won't get the space that you want for the double tap. Now Critical Reform goes back. Aha towards the net. This one passed. Arm was coming in to get a second shot. It wasn't yet to be. So now Critical Reform getting back, trying to break out. We're halfway through game 2, and it's Silly Geese Club in the lead at 2-1. Arm in front, bumped out. Delve to shoot. Arave to try to test Silly Geese Club here on the back foot. But nothing yet. Arave in front, Stub. Oh, he just faked out too. No way. Stubbs. Oh, he faked out 2 defenders there. Now the goal, Stub got faked out himself by Arm. Trying to get some payback, I think. That one wasn't going to go in, but still, opportunities for Critical Reform. But now Delve can't get past Stub. Aha. Up to himself, fake under 1. He still gets challenged, Rave. Field lost. Leader back by Delve. Stub. Pinch up to Lost. Lost doesn't read it, though. That just means more offense for Silly Geese Club. And at this point in the game, that's exactly what they want. They want to hold the offense. They want to keep their opponents back in their own half, because as long as they're back there, shots won't come. Offense won't be to have for Critical Reform, and they won't be able to score that goal to tie it up. Still, that 1-goal lead will always be in jeopardy for Silly Geese Club. Need to be careful of that. Rave looking to maybe drop it pass in front for Lost, but instead Lost will just shoot. Saved away by Arm. Stub waits here. That's Arm challenge, and that wasn't the right decision. Arm called his bluff. Now it's Aha. Lost to Trying to put one back in the blue half. Rave trying to follow up. Critical reform. No opportunities presenting themselves for him. He goes the other way. Stubbs misses. Aha! Will put it in. Will that be the one to seal the deal in game 2? Oh, Stubbs. He tried to push up aggressively as a third man and was caught upfield a little too high. The Geese Club put one back, and now critical reform need to make an immediate response here off kickoff. Rave. And it's armed to respond. Silly Geese Club once again on offense. Critical reform. I don't think we're going to see any more miracles from them like they had in game 1. Although they can definitely believe. There's still opportunities for them. They're going to have to score here on this exact push. Stubb. He just leaves the play here. Silly Geese Club will wait on that ball as long as possible. And that will milk off valuable seconds. And it'll be something to finally end this game in their favor. They take game 2. We have a tied series, 1-1. So the Geese Club with a great response back, getting an arm involved a little bit more, and in a goal and 2 assists. He was involved in every play they had. Definitely a good response from him. But I say that, and yet we still have a good amount of the series to go. Game 3. Winner of this will go to match point. Pretty important for both these teams to get there. Win here would be absolutely, almost, basically crucial. You don't really want to have a 2-game swing in the last 2 games of the series. You want to give yourself the best opportunities possible. You want to win game 3. The shots from these teams looked relatively even, but you could tell, especially at the end of the game, so the Geese Club just held control and forced critical reform to push up even more aggressively. If they're able to draw a critical reform out and just stop their offense in its tracks, I would expect the Geese Club to continue this run. Owen here could do them a lot of work. Both these teams, they want that match point. Game 3 will decide who will have it, who deserves it. So right now, once again, you see offense coming here from Silly Geese Club. Arm looking to get a piece of some of the players on critical form. We haven't seen a ton of demos from him. He's not afraid to go for them himself. But he's also not afraid to just put a shot on the back wall. Bumps out lost. There comes Aha. Off the back wall. Delve calling for it. It's off the crossbar. Arm to follow it up. Stubbs on the line. Silly Geese Club still have offense. Aha will collect this. Looking off the back wall, but Stubbs is waiting. Arm fires one to the back wall. Where's the follow-up? It's saved by Rave. Silly Geese Club really pushing critical reform back all the way. But still, no goals just yet. But the more they continue to push critical reform to their limits, the more we'll see critical reform start to break down. Aha. To dunk on a Rave. Delve. Maybe towards the orange net, but Lost cuts that one out. And we'll see it leave. Arm. Upfield. Pull up Rave off the back wall. Second touch. Delve to miss. Multiple players committed there. No one made contact. Still panic on the side of Silly Geese Club. They just can't get themselves back into the right rotation. Arm is up for it. He has to get this touch here. And he saves his team some headaches. As now they can reset, get some boost. And man, that was a scary situation for them. Now on offense, looking to see if they can create that kind of transition into goals. This critical reform, wait back, lost. In towards the corner, Delve. Maybe trying to find a drive in field. So far, a lot of the goals for Silly Geese Club have come from the corner. Looking for maybe flex, for bumps, for fake plays. Just ways to get past those defenders. And chip it up for a teammate in front. This one back. Aha is waiting. We'll win the challenge against Lost, but Arave going to shoot straight down. These teams both trying to buy themselves opportunities. But generally in these games, you see massive scoring later on. Or at least massive offense later on. As a goal coming in from Delve. We're almost halfway through game 3. And finally we get our first goal. And it will be courtesy of Silly Geese Club's Delve. Just launches this from the midfield, catching both players on critical form, looking for boost. Definitely the start that Silly Geese Club want if they want to continue in this series. Or maybe looking for an opportunity. He's hiding behind the ball here. He doesn't get a challenge on it. Rave will wait for it, allow Lost to come in. Almost a bit of miscommunication there from critical form, but they get themselves back in time. Arm is up. Still looking to see if he can punch one through. But Stubbs clears it all away. And back the team goes. Stubbs. Infield for Lost. Off the back wall. Delve going off his ceiling. Doesn't read it. But a Rave shot is off target. That was the opportunity for critical form. They definitely had the chance there. As the net was vulnerable from Silly Geese Club. Back the other way. No shots yet on target, but definitely opportunities for Silly Geese Club. Arm off the sidewall. Back is critical reform. Looking for the clear. Lost is up. Gets two players jumping from Silly Geese Club. No goals. Rave. Infield to Stubbs. Another double commit from Silly Geese Club. But Arm gets this one away. Trying to get a goal. Maybe a transition. Maybe a counterattack. As this pace of play has all of a sudden heightened on us. Critical reform. Just barely not able to get that chance. Arm from the midfield. Off the post, his follow-up will go in. Back and forth, the midfield from this team was oscillating between who would want that pressure and who wouldn't. Finally, Silly Geese Club break through with an opening, and they are able to make good with it. They double their lead to 2. Critical form here. They know just what's at stake. It's their tournament. Lost. Off the corner, Stubbs to clear. Delve looking for a dunk. Rave downfield to Stubbs. Well on target. Top left corner. Could not put that one any better. As Stubbs immediately ran off ahead upfield when that 50-50 came out. He knew a Rave could hit it to him. And he put that one top left shelf. Right where the cookie jar belongs. A great response from critical reform when this game 3 they've been shut out on offense. Now they're trying to create some opportunities. And it really does seem like the counterattacks from them are what they're going for. They still have a long ways to go. They still need one more goal. And to create that, that's going to take a massive effort from all 3 players. Rave. Maybe a pass in front for Lost. Dunked away by Arm. Stubbs is up early. And Dove just looking for some time for Silly Geese Club. Arm pre-flips into this one. Sees Dove rushing in. But no shots yet for Silly Geese Club. They're content with sitting back a little far. They're content with trying to hold this midfield. And just continue to ask critical reform, can you push up more? Can you get a good chance going? Because we know what we're doing here on defense, but saying that, critical reform do not have a shortage of plays to break through. They're getting shots, they're getting chances, but with so little time remaining, they need an all-encompassing chance. They need one to go in now. Rave. It's over to Lost. Stubbs not jumping for this one. Aha trying to ground it, but a Rave is there. Has to watch out for Aha's challenge. Up for Stubbs towards the net, but Delve will let it drop. Silly Geese Club, 1 game away from winning the series. And with the response like that for Silly Geese Club, trying to make the Spaceman sweep come true. To do that, they're going to have a lot of work to go through. Still need to get 1 more game, and it's going to become difficult, but the side of critical reform, that offense of theirs, after being such a strong powerhouse, you can see Silly Geese Club start to really develop their offense to what we know it is. Arm taking a lot of shots, getting himself involved in any play possible, being that aggressor, but for critical reform, only 4 shots this game. And really, that opportunity breaking out of defense was great from them, but they need to score a little bit more. They need to really make a lot more chances for themselves if they want to win the series, but they have to think about what they're going to do now because their tournament lives on the line. If they lose here, they're out. That's it. They're done for. The Silly Geese Club, they get that win, and we'll be seeing them in next week as they play for more and try to make a Cinderella story happen. Both teams, they know what's on the line, they know what they need to do, and they're going to see if they can get those goals to do it. Arm, maybe a pass in field. He's been a thorn in the side of Critical Reform for the later half of the series. Goals, assists, you name it, he's done it. And really, it does seem to take... Also, the one thing that it does seem to take for Geese Club, it seems to take them time to get those goals. Critical Reform and Geese Club both struggle to score early in these games. It usually takes them maybe a minute or two to really see what is going to break through. So we haven't seen a lot of goals in that first minute, except maybe game 2. We saw, I think, 2 of goals in that amount of time. But still, trying to find chances, trying to find opportunities. It takes these times a little bit of time to do so. And to break through defense, having to read what the other team does. As now, to break to offense, Delve. Arm looking off the side. Well, doesn't get the touch he wants, and still looking to follow it up into the corner. No shot there. Delve will just fire this one off the back wall in front for Arm to challenge. It's off target. Arm. Back. Brave is waiting. Delve is up. Stubbs. He's trying to pinch it back. Aha. Misses this one entirely. Arm is up to clear. The Geese Club made a mistake there, but they were fortunately not countered because Critical Reform didn't expect it. At this level, you see that happen a lot, where players have so much respect for each other, being able to do something on the ball, that when it doesn't always happen, you see some funny plays happen. You see players really confused. Sometimes you see double whiff plays, multiple whiff plays, double commits, and opens pockets created. These teams, they have to trust each other if they want this pace to continue elevating. They're now Critical Reform on offense, not being able to get themselves a lead in this series for a very long time. So Geese Club, though, gonna hold it. That will find its way in, though. Critical Reform Gaming do get their first lead, and again, a really long time as it's lost. Bit fortunate here, just bounced off the corner correctly, but you will take those if you're Critical Reform. You won't complain with goals like that when you're down this far in the series. Aha. Maybe a pass to himself, maybe off the back wall. Stubbs is there. Lost. We'll put it off the side wall in front of the orange net. And Critical Reform clear it. Lost. Try to pre-jump this one to get Arm. Critical Reform seeming to try to get a bit fancy here, but just haven't. Only have one goal. They're trying to get some insurance, trying to keep one where they can breathe just a little bit more, be a little bit more relaxed. There's a rave now. Runs out of boost. Lost, maybe looking in field. But Arm can collect. Fake past one. Lost is there. He'll 50-50. Delve came a little too close to that challenge. And now with a dribble. Flick past Aha. Stubbs is up. Stubbs will score. Critical Reform trying to force game 5 in this series. And to do that, plays like this, slowing down just a little bit, getting those passing plays to your captain, are definitely big reasons to do so. Critical Reform trying to force it out here into a game 5. So the Geese Club still can respond, but now they have to be on a bit of high alert. Because this game, apparently they're losing in it. His Arm. Pass up to Delve, but multiple whiffs here from Silly Geese Club, and that's going to slow their offense down to a halt. And to create chances, but when you do that, you also have to make good on them. Delve off the back wall. Demo in front. Lost is a bit awkward. Still gets the touch because Arm didn't challenge up here for Silly Geese Club. Didn't feel confident going off of Delve's touch. And that kind of defensive play for Silly Geese Club might hurt them later in this game. Lost to the corner, but Arm infield to Delve. That one back to the net. Silly Geese Club with a response. As Arm, instead of go for the shot himself, he saw Lost was awkward. Could have shot there really, but instead he knows that the more high IQ, the more high percentage play is to infield it to his teammates, who will put that one behind the defenders. The Geese Club only one goal away from tying this one up. Lost, dunking Arm, but will only just keep possession for the time being. Delve. upfield, but Rave trying to jump on early. Delve. And I think he's trying to steal some boost on the midfield for this Critical Reform team. He's back on defense. As now Aha calls this one. Take the boost, but again, Rave catching Silly Geese Club, maybe taking a little too much time out of defense. Now in field, Aha up early. Arm off the sidewall. On a 50-50 lost. Chances not coming. Not presenting themselves here for Silly Geese Club. Rave to clear. Delve. Just a touch upfield. Maybe off the corner. Pinch in front for Arm. Arm. Saved away by Rave. And Rave. Did he just own goal there? Oh my! Final seconds and... Man, that's an interesting goal here from Rave. Got the save, but he fell on top of it. 3 straight touches from Rave. And he can't believe what he saw there. I can't believe what I saw there. I couldn't comprehend what I saw at first. It's Rave to own goal. Silly Geese Club have tied up this game. Now they look for a lead. Arm towards the net. Lost waiting. Delve up early. Delve can't get the second, but he's still on the sidewall. Trying to hit it off the ceiling in front. Stubbs is waiting. Lost. Looking for a clear. Looking to ground it into overtime. We have game 4. Game 1 was a 10-second overtime. Quickly won by Critical Reform. Now in game 4. The series, they need to win this one too. Lost. Challenged immediately by Arm. Stubbs to control. Arm was looking to challenge early. He'll maybe try to pass it in field. Rave up. Off the back wall. Delve uses all his boost to get there. Lost. Looking in field, but Arm is up. And how defensive will Silly Geese Club play? Need to be careful though with plays like this from Critical Reform. They're trying to build out of this midfield with passes. Especially high-flying, fast-paced ones. Stubbs towards the net. Saved away. Lost. Dunked out by Arm. He gets another one. Here comes a Rave. And, oh my goodness, saved away by Stubbs. His own teammate stopped him. Rave on net. Arm gets another one. Lost. Arm again. Denying Critical Reform whenever he can. But I think that's safe from Stubbs. It's Critical Reform starting to cause their own issues. It was a Rave to own goal that sent us to this overtime. And now Stubbs just prolonging it. Giving Silly Geese Club the chance to win this series. Aha. With what you could call a fake on a Rave. Clearing off field here, Silly Geese Club. Looking for opportunities. Rave misses this one in front. Lost off the back wall. No challenge. I was expecting a Silly Geese Club player to jump in. But none did. Just feeling a little too hesitant. Need to be careful with how defensively you do play because ultimately, if you play too defensive, you won't get those chances. Lost. Given back away by Aha. Rave doesn't win this challenge. The Stubbs can collect. Trying to make chances. Critical Reform. Trying to build some offense here. Delve. The only one who can make a touch. He doesn't do so. This one bouncing in front. But Arm gets it away. No double tap. Stubbs will put it in. We go to a game 5. It was a 2-minute overtime. And once again, Critical Reform win it. Arm needed to hit that second touch. Aha and Dove were counting on it. And when he didn't, well, that net was completely wide open for Critical Reform to shoot at. We're going to Champions Field to decide this series. Going to one more 5-minute game. And now, with Game 4-1, Critical Reform have the momentum. They have this series currently working in their favor. Generally, even after overtimes, that momentum's only stronger. Need to see just what they're going to create for themselves here. A much better offensive output. Last game they only had 4 shots. This time they had 11. They almost tripled it. Whereas for Geese Club, very similar to last game. 2 goals. A good offensive output, but Critical Reform stepped up here with an immense impact. And for Geese Club, it was just too little too late for them to get that comeback going. And ultimately, they relied on an own goal to get themselves in. Goals like that won't come often. They need to create their own chances. One more game will decide the outcome of the series. Will it be Silly Geese Club? Will it be Critical Reform? Both teams, at one point or another in this series, have looked like the better one. Have looked like the one to win this series. But ultimately, it all now rests here. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's enjoy the action ahead of us. Critical Reform won the last game. They're rushing into Game 5, knowing that the first time they have the chance to win the series. I'm gonna start it early. Orave looking for a dribble, but oh, Delve answers back. Delve with a dribble play, stopped by Stubb. Arm looking off the corner. Critical Reform already off on offensive starts. So far, their duty has relied on just that 1 week opportunities. With 20 seconds in, Delve credited with the save there. And he gets a dunk on Lost. Saw him go for those chain dashes to get himself some speed when he didn't have any boost remaining. Now Arm looking for a pass in front, but challenged away by Critical Reform. Delve, though, on target! Saved away by Orave. Arm in front, but lost. Trying to push it back to the blue half. Miss from Delve. Aha doesn't read it either. Arm, but here comes Orave towards the net. And Aha jumps early. Both teams have done their due diligence on defense, but who will break first? Who will get that good chance going? Will it even be a good chance? Will it be just a mistake? And countering that. So the Geese Club, right now, the ones in the driver's seat, and at least in this offensive pressure, as Aha clears it to the corner. I was looking to see if Delve would challenge up early. Delve, though, waited for it. He still wins the challenge. Arm saved away by Orave. Here comes Aha. But stops up early. Delve looking for an answer. Both teams deadlocked right now in Game 1. Sorry, Game 5. Wow, Game 1. That was a long time ago. Right now, the Silly Geese Club have not had a good track record going to overtime. As you know, both the overtimes that we saw in this game ended up being Critical Reform Gaming wins. CRG, I'm sure they'd love to go back there again, although Game 5 overtime usually quite nerve-wracking for teams, so you can never really tell with how anybody feels about that. The Geese Club, numerous challenges will finally break through just a little bit. Delve faked away by Lost. He's now one-on-one with Aha. But in front for a Stubb. Back to Lost. Aha reads it early. Rave. Corner. Maybe even infield. But Delve to clear it away. Stubb. Just looking to get a shot there. You can see the early challenge. The Geese Club want to keep their defense as watertight as possible. But with how much pressure is being pushed on them, when will they break? Arm. Not a pass to himself. Orave will clear it upfield. Aha. Gonna get the clear over Orave. Lost. Saved away by Aha. Stubb up. We're now in the final 2 minutes and still no goals for either team. But they're definitely creating opportunities. Lost. Off the crossbar. Off the players until the Geese jump up. Arm. Can't read the double. Here comes Orave. Back wall. Saved away by Aha. The net is looking vulnerable. Lost. Trying to put one in. Trying to drop one in front. But Delve will clear. He has no boost. Stubb. Infield. Aha up early. He clears it away. CRG, though, just trying to press on that blue defense, but still nothing falling for them. Both these teams in the Contenders series have enjoyed pretty good success so far, but in this series there's not much separating them. And that Stubb towards net! Ah, save Stubb! Off the back wall! Delve to clear it back! As we approach the final 60 seconds of regulation, overtime must be on some of these players' minds. Not unlikely we'll go there. But if you know anything about this game, anything about this series, the miracles, they happen late. Delve to 50-50. So the Geese Club now going and pushing into the backfield. Lost. Clearing it back. So the Geese Club have had to wait a lot in this game just to get opportunities. And here they go. Arm. Infield, here comes Delve! Back wall, where's the follow through? It's not coming. A very, very defensive Arm. Doesn't even read this one. Aha! Dunks by Lost! Here comes Stubb, but our Avis bumps, and there's no follow-up from Critical Reform. Final 30 seconds. Delve. By himself, with a flick play to his name. Lost. Beat past 2. But Arm the third will keep it controlled. Try to keep his team calm as sure that They are definitely feeling a bit of the nerves here. Final seconds. Silly Geese Club trying to get the last chance, but Reform trying to get one of their own. Rave just doesn't beat Delve. Looking infield, final second, cleared away. And this one will drop. And of course, we end it in a Game 5 OT. One more goal will decide it. And when it comes to elimination, it can't get any more stressful. Rave, just one more chance. And right now in Game 5, CRG, they have a huge run with overtimes. They've won both the last two of them against Silly Geese Club in this series. They've had so much of the offense in this game. Silly Geese Club, they need to create a strong opportunity for them, especially on the counterattack. Or will it be just a mistake from one of these teams that ends it? All about capitalizing on those chances when they come. Rave towards the net, it's crossbar, it's in front, Aha's up, a light touch away, he can't recover, lost, off the back wall, stop won't challenge, his arm will clear it away. Silly Geese Club wipes some sweat off their brow, but now, going on the offense of their own, it's arm, saved away by Lost. A minute in now. The pressure only mounting. You could cut the tension with a knife here. Arm towards the net. Lost. Pinches it off his post to get it out. Stub to clear, and Alforce Doge have to respect him. Light touch will take that mid boost too. Looking for maybe a surprise here. It's Aha to win it. Silly Geese Club take their opportunity, and for the first time in this series, they win overtime. And at the most important time as well, it's Aha to win it for them with a goal. A minute and 20 seconds in. What a series from Silly Geese Club. They stay alive in the Winter Invitational Qualifiers for the Grand Circuit. And that series, man, it had everything. Game 5 overtime, back and forth games, a 0-second goal to start it off. Man, that was tense. That's not even the right words to use to describe it. Go to Game 5, overtime. I can't possibly imagine just how the players felt. Must have been nerve-wracking for them. As that will literally just be it for tonight. We had one series, and man, I'm happy for how it was. It ended off in overtime. A great result here. Silly Geese Club will take that win in stride. As now, I think, again, that will end it for the stream. It was only one series tonight, but I'm happy with how it ended. Thank you all so much for joining. Congrats to the Geese Club on that win. My goodness, what a series. But I will see you guys whenever I am booked next. Next. Have an amazing evening, everybody.